tonight, hundreds of residents gathered together to hammer home their idea of what Ko'olau Loa should look like in the future. KITV4's Paul Drews just back from Kahuku, where the Honolulu City Council Planning Committee held a special meeting to listen to residents. Paul?
Well, Kenny, Ko'olau Loa covers the area north of Kaneohe to Haleiwa on the North Shore. It's a huge area going through growing pains, and some residents feel more major developments would be too much for their small towns.
While this is Red Raider country, many Windward Oahu residents showed their true colors tonight over development.
I asked you guys, council members, to support this bill.
Dozens wore blue in support of Envision Laie, a project to expand affordable housing and increase development around Laie, including building 875 new homes.
For decades, the community in this area has been asking for land to be opened up to facilitate affordable housing for people that live and work in this area.
Others with the Defend Oahu Coalition wore green to emphasize their desire to keep the country green by opposing the current Ko'olau Loa sustainable plan.
It's not sustainable. It essentially, if the plan's implemented as it's now written, it will urbanize everything from Polynesian Cultural Center to Kavila Bay.
Before the City Council Planning Committee, a 25-year guide for future land use, which must balance the need for jobs and affordable housing while keeping that old Hawaii feel of this area. The current plan has its supporters, but some residents say this version is not the one the community came up with just a few years ago.
The original plan maintained the Oahu general plan of keeping the country, a rural charm and lifestyle. What it did was it invested more money in agricultural lands.
Instead, ag land at Malai Kahana would be made into affordable housing, even though land had been earmarked for housing in Laie as the university doubles its enrollment. Beaver said using that now would limit the area from growing even more in the future.
That is located behind BYU Hawaii and the temple, which the university and the temple has always been uncomfortable with because it hems them in and it cuts out all possible options for growth in the future.
Development has many making a lot of noise over future traffic impacts, the need to preserve cultural sites, and also to keep the very character of Ko'olau Loa communities.
And expect to hear even more in the days ahead because the committee did not take any action on the plan tonight. One member told me he too had concerns about urban growth and the loss of ag land. And so the committee will be gathering more information on what would be best for the area. Kenny?